it's me, Kai Man, and I am sitting in my meditation room because I just, finished excuse me, I just finished meditating, and I've been really thinking about some things, and in my meditation, I feel like it's okay to kind of begin to talk about this thing. As everyone knows, we're getting ready to go into a new year, 2019, which means that the universe, the energies, the earth, everything is a year older. And I think we really don't think about the universal consciousness. And I'm going to break this down because I really want people to hear me and to understand what it is that I'm saying. So a lot of people think that when you say conscious, they don't want to hear, they automatically kind of like block that out because they think consciousness to be something, oh, it's serious. It means being serious. It means not being able to have fun and to, enjoy life. And that's not true. There is so much that's funny, that's consciousness, that you can, make things that are funny so that people can understand in whichever way. But I need for everyone who is on my timeline, whether you're on it all the time or you're coming in and you're visiting and whatever, that you help me, that you help the universe, and that you elevate the state of consciousness. I'm going to name a few things that I think that we should not do anymore in the year of 2019. And one is to keep repeating the same cycles, keep repeating the same unevolved cycles. And what I mean by that is, let's say on Facebook or on Instagram, we keep repeating or recycling the same quotes, the quotes that are common sense, that really, they're common sense. And if we keep repeating those things, that's the level that we're going to stay on. When we start sharing information, we should start sharing information that makes other people think, that helps other people think higher or to evolve their thinking. I would love it. I would love it. I love it when I come across someone's post that piques my interest in some way, or it relates to me in some way, or it makes me really think. I always share that content because if I'm thinking about it, I want other people to think about it as well, and to also evolve and move into another era, because it is 2019. It's not 1919. So we've got to start elevating our consciousness. There are a lot of people that, we all do it. We all go through where we hear somebody say something that we think in our mind, like, oh my God, I can't believe they just said that. And mainly it's usually people that are younger than us. Sometimes it's people that are older than us, but it really doesn't matter. If you hear something that you can give that person another way of thinking, doesn't mean that it changes their thinking, but give them another way of looking at things. It's your responsibility to do so. That's why you were standing at that particular place and time at that moment, was to give them that information. A lot of times what we do is we'll hear somebody say something that doesn't make any sense, or we know if they keep thinking that way that they're going to end up either in jail, or they're going to create more children, with the same thinking. And then we sit back and we go, oh my God, the world is so bad. Well, you have a part in that. You really do have a part in that. So instead of, getting to wherever it is that you're going and telling all the people in the room what you just heard, somebody say, and y'all laughing all about it, why don't you say something to that person at that time? Or instead of you getting on Facebook or Instagram and talking about that person, and saying what they said, and look, listen, I got the such and such, me, them, this is what they said, and it wasn't for the right thing. You had the opportunity when you were standing in front of the person to help them see things differently, not to correct them, not to scold them, not to preach to them, but to give them another way of thinking. I need y'all to elevate the consciousness in the universe, because the consciousness, the collective consciousness that's hanging in the air, It's of a very low vibration. It's of these low thinking, low fruit hanging type of energies and thoughts and mentalities. And I need for us to step it up. I need for us to step it up so that we can begin to evolve. It's almost as if we're still at that monkey phase, and they say we come from monkeys, right? So it's still like we're at that monkey phase. We haven't stood up to walk right so that we can move and evolve into a different being or energy or consciousness. When I said a few seconds ago, actually, that the consciousness is like air. It's like the air hanging around, and every time that somebody says something that doesn't make any sense, or to keep us in a lower vibration, everybody breathes that in. You can't help it. It's in the universe. It's in the air. It's in the air. So you breathe that in, and that becomes your thinking as well. So if we have more people that are thinking on a different level and coming to the world in your own vibration, in your own frequency of who it is that you are, and being just that, because we need you to be who you are. I've heard people say, I don't like Scorpios, I don't like Aquariuses, I don't like the. We need each one of these people in order to be a whole. We need each one of those archetypes of the 12 signs of the 12 disciples to be in the universe, to help create what it is that we need to have created within the earth so that we can move into a higher consciousness. I really, really need for you guys to step up your way of thinking. I'm begging you to step up your way of thinking. Mind you, I'm not saying that you can't be silly, you can't be funny. That's not what I'm saying. But I need for the collective consciousness of the universe to actually shine and to grow, and so that we can evolve as a people, because we all come from the same source. And I know black, white, purple, green, Islam, gays, straight, Baptist, Buddhist, Hindu, we all come from the same source. We all come from the same two energies, the negative and positive polarities that birth a nation. We all come from that. So we're all cousins, we're all sisters, we're all brothers, we're all everything. And the things that everybody is saying, consciousness is not advocacy. It's not advocacy. It's not. Being woke is not advocacy. The higher the consciousness, the less we need to advocate about anything, to be honest with you. The higher the consciousness of the universe, the less we need to advocate, because we begin to understand the plight of other people. We begin to understand the rules of society. We begin to understand that people are people, and that we come from the same source, and that our intellect is what, and our wisdom is what guides us into doing those things. And that consciousness, that coming from that consciousness to that subconscious area where you're able to expand and to bring those things from the subconscious into the conscious. And I know for some people that might have been a lot, but if you guys keep recycling the same post, if you keep recycling, if your friends, let go of your friends, well, okay, all right, that's common sense. If people around you hating on you, get away from them. That's common sense. Get with people who can, help elevate you. That's common sense. That's common sense. Let's talk about why. Let's talk about why it's important to be around people who elevate you, or who elevate your thinking, so that you yourself will not be making dumb mistakes and doing the same thing over and over. If our level of consciousness, people would not be broke. People would not be hungry. People would not be homeless. You know what I'm saying? If we elevate the way that we think, we'd lose a lot of the things that are going on. Another thing that I want us to stop saying is we living in the last days. Well, we've been living in the last days since the first day, truth be told. And every year, even since slavery, we've been saying we living in the last days. And we say that because adults who are looking at what's currently going on, when they were younger, those things were not going on. So we say we living in the last days. Well, when is it? We all, yes, I'm not trying to say that, we won't ever live in a last day, but let's not focus on the last day. Let's focus on what we can do today. Let's do that. Let's not keep putting the same energy into the universe. We living in the last days. We living in the last days. Oh, we living in the last days. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on with that. The slaves said it. The slaves after them. The people after them. The people after them. We're going to keep saying that. Keep saying that every generation over and over and over and over and over again. That doesn't make sense. What does that do? Does that increase the consciousness of the world? Does that increase the intellect or the wisdom of the world? It does not. Do something different. Say something different. Say something positive. Let's figure out how we can, live currently in whatever situations that we're living. These babies out here that are killing themselves, they're doing it because they don't know anything more. They don't. These are the children that we've raised. We've raised them. We've raised them. So if you begin to elevate your own consciousness and take that back into your own homes, or start it in your own homes and have it cyclically go out as you're sitting in the universe and you're talking to people and you're beginning to share ideas or things that you've been thinking about, do that. Do that. These babies around here killing each other, they don't know. They really don't know. And truth be told, if we really want to be honest, there is a negative and a positive polarity in the universe. In order for positive things to happen, negative things have to happen. God made positive and negative. Let's be really honest. They're not different. They're not different from one another. It is the same pole. It is the same pole at opposite ends, but in the middle, wherever it is, we don't know what the difference between what's positive and what's negative. That is relative. It is what we think. But I implore you guys to stop saying we living in the last days. Your great-great-great-great-grandma said that. It's 400 years later. You don't know when the last day is. So let's just live right now. Let's not do that. In 2019, let's stop distracting each other with crap. Let's stop distracting each other with insensitive crap, or let's stop talking about people. Let's women stop bashing one another. Let's business owners stop bashing each other. There is enough in this world, and I cannot stress this. It is enough in this world for us all. It really is. And don't let people make you think that it is not. So you saying, oh, you shouldn't work with her because of whatever, or you shouldn't work with him because of whatever, because you trying to keep them for yourself. No, I'm quick to say, in my business, you know what? I think that you will work better with this person, because I've known how that person works, or I can see how that person works, and the two of them can work together and be successful. I don't want you to work with me if you and I don't have the right energies for one another, that we can't communicate, or that we can't go to a higher place. That doesn't make sense to hold on to somebody like that. That's crazy. Go work with this person. They would really help. They could really help you, because I feel like the two of you, your energies would match and would come together and it would explode and be something successful. We don't have to be jealous of one another. We don't. It's just so unnecessary. It's just unnecessary. And I want you guys really to think about that.